La PC Garage te echipăm gratuit. La orice procesor plus orice placă de bază plus orice placă video, primești cadou SSD sau carcasă RGB. Află mai multe pe pcgarage.ro.
Hai băieți, chiar că nice. Hai să vedem El Cyberpunk ce știri mai ne bagă. Mamă, zici că se detonează ceva, boys. Ascundeți-vă. Vine bomba. La fix a picat. Picase la fix când mi-a rămas 2 secunde. Like T-Pain.
Hello and welcome to this,
Holly.
the very first episode of Night City Wire, a brand new series from us at CD Projekt Red where we'll be talking about all things Cyberpunk 2077. For today's episode, we'll be starting with a brand new trailer. One of our developers will be joining us to help unpack everything you're going to see. We'll have some news, an announcement about a secret collaboration. We'll be taking a look at some braindance gameplay and welcoming back our developers just to have a chat about everything you're going to see. But there is one more thing. Media all over the world have been getting hands-on with Cyberpunk 2077. And when this episode finishes, you'll be able to go and check out exactly what they thought. So, let's get started. It is time to take a look at our brand new trailer, and after that, our lead quest designer Pavel Saxon will be joining us, because I've got a feeling you're going to have a few questions after watching this. So, let's take a look.
Apropo, chat, ia din nou un exemplu de fată care arată bine machiată. Dar nu și fără. Mamă, a venit zombilou. Am înțeles, la fix a venit. Ați venit la Cyberpunk, boys. Jesus, erau drogați sau ce rău. Mersi frumos, zombilou de host. God damn.
Even then, you go out with a bang, right? You know, you can make heaps more eddies as a motivational speaker. Yo, Mr. V.
T-Pain.
So what's the gig, Dex? You meant to come out.
Mamă, ce bine arată condusul.
How about we go over the plan?
There's this prototype tech, a biochip to be precise. Jobs to grab it.
Guessing it belongs to a corp.
Arasaka.
We're robbing some heavy.
Mamă, i-a prăjit pe toți.
Blackmail me, fucker.
High risk, high reward. First rule of the afterlife.
Good thing, baby.
Mamă, poți face drifturi.
Ideally, no bodies, not a one.
Sounds simple enough.
He's lit, asshole!
Yeah, no bodies.
Gonna be dangerous?
Don't you worry, mi amor. We're bulletproof.
Get your ass moving now!
What the fuck just happened in there?
Can't stop digging Night City. Fucking
Jesus.
Happy now, Jackie?
Yep, that's fucking high! Time to bail!
Oh my god, we're so fucked.
God damn. Ok, arată bine noul trailer. Face like mai hype de joc.
Can't risk it, V.
And you. Who are you?
Wow. Johnny!
Fuck.
Wait, what?
So the trailer contains footage from the game's prologue only, but there was an awful lot in it. So, Pavel, why don't you try and help us unpack everything we just saw?
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely, I can try. So, what you have just seen is only the prologue of the game. So, that awesome stuff is only happening in the first...
Wait, ăla e tot numai prologul?
What the trailer shows you is really our stage, the Night City. You know, this gigantic city built of 6 completely unique districts, surrounded by the 7th one that we call the Badlands.
Ce șmecher arată condusul.
You are meeting Jackie. Jackie is your friend. Now, they together are trying to reach out for something that is very precious. They are trying to reach out for this chip of immortality, this gateway to eternal life.
Okay.
Jackie introduces you to fixer Dexter Deshawn. He's a very important person in the social ladder of Cyberpunk. He is able to provide the player with various jobs and contracts to be able to gather money, to be able to modify their bodies, push themselves to the limits. to put their hands on.
God damn.
But as you can expect, not everything goes as planned, and but to see it, you will have to play the game.
Bă, sincer, apreciez când developerii poate să vorbească fără multe ăuri sau ceva. Eu zic că e o calitate enorm de mare pentru cineva când face o prezentare. Special dacă e developer.
They're really cool and one of my favorites, but can you give us a little bit more information about them?
Oh yes, so the Mogs is one of the gangs that player is going to
Oh my god, I lost.
throughout the game. The Mogs is the gang that has been formed in 2076 after death of Elizabeth Borden. She was called Lizzie. Now, she was an owner of a brothel and former sex worker, and she was protecting working
Sex dungeons.
girls from harassment,
nice.
from abuse, and the gang is really continuing her mission. And as
God
a player,
damn, unde
you're
ajunge
going
un
to
strip
interact
club
with
aici?
that gang, meet multiple different NPCs, and craft your own relationship with them, and understand what they are all about.
So earlier on, you did mention a 7th district, a place called the Badlands. Now, we saw a few shots of this in the trailer, but I'd love for you to give us a bit more detail about the district outside of the city walls.
Okay, so the Badlands
Merge
is
pe
just
aceeași
like
engine ca
dead,
GTA. Hai că merge pe
dried-out
aceeași
space going around
engine
the
ca
whole
GTA.
night city. And as a player,
E
you'll be
engine-ul lor.
able to traverse
Mamă,
that
ce
space
bord
in
are.
your car or motorcycle. This is a space that is inhabited by the nomads. Nomads
This
are
shit is
living in the
huge.
different families, and they are traveling across
Man, nu
that
compara
space in
trash făcut de
convoys
EA
made out of the
cu,
cars and
cu
motorcycles.
chestie bună făcută
And
de
as a
CD
player,
Projekt Red.
you'll be
Adică,
able to
come on.
traverse and access different type of open world content that has been prepared specifically for you to get that awesome feel of the Badlands as an area.
In the trailer, we
Mergeam
also
de Rage
saw
și
like, a
Mad Max,
completely metal
treaba asta cu
creature.
mersul
Now, he
prin
didn't look like he was from the
deșert.
Maelstrom gang. This looked like something else. So please tell the people at home, who is this giant metal monster?
Dar chiar, cine era
Okay,
gagiul ăla mare, oare?
So that big dude, that was Adam Smasher. He has
Adam
been
Smasher.
introduced in
Oh, yeah.
pen and paper in Cyberpunk 2020 by our senpai Mike Pondsmith.
What the
Adam
fuck e
Smasher
gagiul ăla?
is a fully converted cyborg.
Whoa.
He was always a loyalist of Arasaka. And time
My
has
God.
changed, and in 2077 he had to find his own space in Night City. But to find out, you'll have to play the game.
In this
Okay.
trailer, we do see some flashes of a Ripper doc called Victor Vector. I think if people have watched our previous gameplays, they might remember him. But I'd really like for you to give the people at home some more information about what Ripper docs are and how they'll be interacting with them when they play Cyberpunk.
So Reaper dogs in our game, they are surgeons. They are like a specific type of a job in the social ladder.
Deus Ex. Mă faceți vreau să joc
They are
Deus Ex, poate.
accustomed and specialized in replacing limbs to the metal ones. They can basically update your body, enhance your body, change you into this walking war machine.
Jesus.
And as a player, you are going to meet different kind of Reaper dogs in the game, craft your own relationship with them. Some
Wait,
of
cumva
them
mi-a
are
luat capul?
important characters for a story. Through that, you will invest eddies that you're gathering to turn your body into this tool that allows you to survive on the streets.
Nice.
Pavel,
Buchnic
thank you so
tutorial.
much for joining us. I know you'll be back later in the episode because you're going to be helping us to analyze the Braindance gameplay. But before that, we do have some news to share. Earlier in the year, we announced that if you pick up Cyberpunk 2077 on Xbox One, you'll be able to play it on Xbox Series X when the console launches. And just in case you missed it, it will be the same for PlayStation players as well. If you pick up Cyberpunk 2077 on PlayStation 4, you'll also be able to play it on PlayStation 5 when the console launches.
Nice.
And that's not all. There will be a free upgrade for Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, but we'll have more details on that soon.
Tonight City.
Nice.
Before we reveal our first look at the Braindance gameplay and welcome back our developers for a chat, there is just one more thing we want to announce. Something that we've been working on in secret for a while. We are very excited to announce our partnership with Studio Trigger and Netflix to bring you Cyberpunk Edgerunners, a standalone anime set in the Cyberpunk universe, which we've been working on for some time now. Edgerunners is due to launch in 2022, but for some more information, let's go to the team in Tokyo.
Dude, that's fucking nice.
Hi, my name is Saya Elder. I am the Japan-based producer for Cyberpunk Edge.
Nu știu cine e Trigger.
What I do basically on this project is that I am a fixer, to put it in the words of the Cyberpunk
Ce a făcut
universe.
Trigger?
We are a
Ca
game
să știu dacă e
company.
bun sau nu.
We are a bunch of nerds, and wherever there are nerds, there's going to be anime fans.
Gurren Lagann,
so
okay.
It was always a dream for us to make.
Oh, și Kill la Kill,
When we
nice!
began this project, we were certain that we didn't want to make a recreation of the game. Cyberpunk Edge Runners is a standalone story set in the same universe. The stage is still Night City, but everything else is totally new. New characters, new story. I do like to think that it's going to be a great gateway for newcomers to come and check Cyberpunk game and also the Cyberpunk genre as a whole. Right now we're in Nakano, which is one of the biggest anime meccas of the world. I'm going to take you to Studio Trigger right now because we have the wonderful opportunity to talk to the dream team that will be bringing you this anime.
こんにちは。トリガーの代表取締役の大塚です。
監督の今石です。
キャラクターデザインを担当する吉成です。
ゲームのサイバーパンクのファンの方、今回初めて触れる方両方に満足していただけるようにアニメを作るつもりです。よろしくお願いします。
今回はそのサイバーパンクという僕らが10代の
一番見た頃
に生まれたジャンル、そういうジャンルのものをまた時代が何周もして作れるというのが非常に楽しみです。
トリガーも10年ということで、監督に今石、キャラクターデザインに吉成というトリガーの最強の武人で、トリガー10周年にふさわしい作品にしていきたいと思います。お楽しみに。
Good shit, man. Mamă, și fix în stilul Kill la Kill.
Now it's time to show you some gameplay of Braindance. This is a feature that you'll experience when you play Cyberpunk 2077. Braindance is essentially a recording of somebody else's experience. It allows you to relive their sight, smell, touch, and even hearing, all thanks to a special device. After the gameplay, I will be welcoming back Pavel Sasko. I will also be joined by Patrick Mills, our senior quest designer and all-round lore master, who will be helping to answer your questions and give you some explanation on how you'll be interacting with Braindance when you play Cyberpunk 2077.
Vorbesc de Cyberpunk, nu vorbesc despre noul update la Sims.
Plan simple, do nothing odd, don't get creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out, and we sell the BD to those psycho freaks from the studio.
Got it.
And remember, everything on full blast. They'll spot us extra for a wicked adrenaline high.
Bă, fac e bara aia de sus.
Okay, on you go.
Oh shit.
Down, everybody, on the ground. I want to see you kissing the flooring. Money, now.
Jesus!
I can drop you, I swear to God. Well, yeah, hey, now, before I blow your fucking head off!
What the? Oh, era o simulare.
Slow, deep breaths. Your cortisol and adrenaline spiked, but the soft activated your hormone blockers. Nothing happened.
I lost.
That was too much. Could feel the guy's pain, his stress, his hope. Hope wrapped up in something else.
Mm-hmm. Probably took a booster just before. You'll be fine. Got everything set up? Let's switch over to editing mode.
Oh shit. Întreb pe ce rulează, though.
I'll sever the link to the BD Roller's sensory array. You'll be able to look around freely. Whole scene's yours. Full cam control in analysis mode, so move around, zoom in and out, whatever else you come up with. Think of it as your own little sandbox. So, analysis mode, you control playback. Can even pause.
Da, și consolele au RTX, așa că
Then you use the editor console.
Gen, poate să fie și demo pe ăsta. Poate să fie pe Series X, dar din nou cine știe. Adică se vede controlul de Xbox.
Got it.
Dream as hell, right? Well, that's not all. You can speed things up or rewind, whatever you like. Give it a try. Rewind, roll it back to the top.
Oh shit.
All good, neat. Now try fast forwarding a bit.
Plan simple. Do nothing odd. Don't be creative. You go in, snatch the cash, get out.
Okay. You can also reset the recording. That'll take you right back to the beginning. Try it. Now for some fun. This here's why you came in the first place. In analysis mode, you get to view and even scan details of the enviro recorded by the BD roller. Focus on the heat, the gun this gonk gets from his buddy at the beginning. Now scan it.
Stai fel de investigation mode ca în Batman, oare?
Do nothing odd. Don't get creative.
Apar în același timp pe toate platformele.
Okay, right here.
Da, e un fel de investigation mode.
Let's move on. Now heads up. In analysis mode, you can ferret out background noise and conversations if the
Pare Detroit Become Human. Hai că pare Detroit Become
This
Human
tech
dacă e.
records everything, every little detail, even the sights and sounds the roller was never aware of. To see the sources of the recorded sensory signals, switch to the audio layer in the editor. Go ahead and try that now. Okay, good. Now you should see several sound signatures in the store. Choose one and hone in on it.
Da, da, chestia asta că a investigat era din Batman de mai mult timp.
Pack of 6, case of Brosif, and a couple of zappers.
Okay, we have a deal today on 2 flavors, Cuddy and Surfing. Everybody!
So, any thoughts?
Unbelievable. Seriously, like what's happening right next to me.
Yeah, it's how BD recording implants work. They pick up everything, all the elements in the background. Then an editor tweaks them, makes them pop. Keep playing with the sound, explore it a bit. We'll move on when you get bored.
Wanna see you kissing the flooring? Money!
Sometimes you can analyze extra layers in the raw.
Da, exact ca în Arkham Knight când dădeai filmare de mai multe ori și ca în Detroit când dădeai.
Grab infrared, meaning you should be able to grab heat signatures from her recording.
The fuck?
Hella nice.
Scanning works on peeps too. Walk up to the wounded chick. Try scanning her.
N-am mai așa departe cu Remember Me. O să-l rejoc. Bun, mersi frumos de resub, man. Ești curios tu de Cyberpunk?
See that?
Whoa.
They shot him and he never saw it coming.
Who that?
Here it comes. My favorite part of the game. See the blinking thing over the entrance? Surveillance cam. Must have caught our shooter. You'll see in a sec. Cam feeds to the screen behind the clerk. Roll back to where the screen's in the kid's field of vision. Then scan it.
Ce e? A, ecranul. Se vadă fața ăstuia.
His own chumba shot him. Probably planned to all along.
Ah, propriul lui prieten l-a bătut. LOL.
BD freaks are ready to pay a preem for a real flatline.
Ok.
Anyway, if you've seen enough, you can exit.
Traitor.
Yeah, it's impressive, right? It's too bad most of the BDs we do here are only good for flogging the log.
So braindance is a pretty big part of the Cyberpunk universe. It's not just something used for adult films. There is an awful lot to it. And there's 2 sides I'd really like you guys to help me explore. First is the lore, so how this actually fits into the universe, and then there's the gameplay side, so how players will be interacting with it. So Patrick, could you tell us more about the lore of braindance?
I would love to. So in the world of Cyberpunk 2077, braindance was invented way back in the early 2000s at UC Santa Cruz. It was developed as a way of recording a person's experiences and then playing them back for someone else, so that they could relive them as though it was happening.
Android,
It was originally used for things like therapy and prisoner
Android
rehabilitation,
Chad.
but by 2077, it's become this global media industry, including things like movies, mass entertainment, things like that, video games, some interactive things, and of course, adult fare as well. Now, in our game, we deal a lot with black brain dances, or XBDs as we call them, and there are different types of those, but the one that you saw in the trailer just there was a flatliner. Now that's where the person recording it actually dies during the recording. And it's popular with sort of an illicit kind of a thrill, but a mercenary can also use them for various things, and you'll see that in the game, of course.
And from the gameplay perspective, we have been working a lot throughout last years trying to figure out the best way how to use the braindance in the game as a mechanics. So what we have settled on is this braindance editor mode. As a player, you will be able to run the braindance in the editor mode and see different clues that have been registered on the peripheral of a given actor. Now, as a player, you can slide on the timeline of the recording back and forth, trying to uncover different clues. And that clues are actually telling a story in the game. So as a player, you will run different investigations that will lead you to different mysteries, and you will uncover them actually using that braindance as a mechanics in the game.
So as Pavel was saying, we use braindance as a storytelling tool. It's not a collectible. It's not something where you're going to go in and you're going to play it and you're going to be like, I've seen this before. What we use braindance for is to give you a keyhole into the life of the residents of Night City. And we can explore things like childhood trauma, religion, various philosophical ideas in a way that you might not otherwise experience in a story about a mercenary on the tough streets.
So we've tried to talk about some of the aspects that we think the community will find really exciting, but you know, while you're both here, I'd love to know, what is it about Cyberpunk that you guys are really excited for? Patrick, why don't you start?
So one of the things that I'm most excited about in this game is the characters and the way they interact with the world. We've got this really interesting world that stretches all the way back to the Cyberpunk 2020 source material and all of these events and all of those things, but those don't mean anything unless they connect with characters. And so when we come up with a character, we start with their function. What is this person? What do they do in the story? But we don't stop there. We go back and we figure out what was their childhood, what was their upbringing like, what kind of obstacles did they face in this harsh reality, and did they overcome them, and how did they overcome them, or did they not overcome them, and why?
Hey, brother.
And you can see all of those things in their environment, in their dialogues, in sort of how they operate in the world. And we come up with that for all of our characters. Now you look at someone like Victor Vector, and you're gonna see stories about his past in his environment and in his dialogue. You know, we come up with that stuff even if we don't use it in the game, because it helps inform us as to who these characters are.
And for me, I would not be myself if I would not say that I'm the most excited about our quests. Like with our Witcher 3 team, with Patrick and like everybody that has stayed with us since the Witcher 3 time, we really have grown so much. We have learned so much, and we have used all that experience to put them into the quest that we have made. And you will not find really a filler in this game. Like everything has a meaning. Like we put so much effort into making sure that everything is rewarding, is interesting, is talking about characters, as Patrick said, is talking about worlds, is talking about emotions, like touching the player in a really, like a real way. And I just
Perfect, secundare cu poveste mai mare decât multe alte jocuri. Again.
Pavel, I know you mentioned story and quests and writing quests, and when I was last in the studio, I had a look and I saw a notebook on your desk, and I would love for you to show everybody this notebook.
Okay, Holly, I mean, you asked for it. So this is my notebook. It says Salsa Quest Designer. The reason is because I dance salsa.
Cred că a văzut vecinul că s-a cutremurat blocul.
So I started this notebook actually when we were really starting Cyberpunk. At the very beginning, I wrote like a first note, and it says pretty much something along the lines of that we were starting with a prototype. And then, you know, I kept on basically noting things that we've been working on for like next years. I remember once when our concept artists actually approached me, and they said that they want to take a look on my notebook. I was like, what for actually? And they took some pictures, and they told me, yeah, well, you know, because we are looking for a reference material for notes of a psychopathic killer.
Cred că s-a acoperite toate sau ceva.
Well, you may find maybe some of my notes in the game.
Pavel and Patrick, thank you so much for joining me. I'm pretty lucky because I have read some of the stories that you and the team have written for Braindance, and I'm pretty excited for people to discover them. But before we do finish today's episode, there is just one more thing we'd like to talk about.
Cartea cu cheat code-uri, da.
Earlier in this episode, I mentioned that media have been getting hands-on with the opening of Cyberpunk 2077,
Eu n-am primit.
and they should be posting their impressions right about now. And if you missed anything from today's episode, don't worry, we'll be uploading everything to our channels very soon. And finally, on behalf of everybody at CD Projekt Red, we just want to say thank you so much for joining us for this, the very first episode of Night City Wire. But don't worry, we'll be back with episode 2 in just a few weeks. So, we shall see you soon.
Progress. Not bad. Bă, prezentare nice, ce pot să zic. Chestii mișto. Chestii mișto și arată foarte bine. Adică mie îmi place, abia aștept.